Yeah, and from that, let's get into it. Um, so last time, you did a little bit of exploring around the city. I didn't go to too many places actually. Just the Dragon's Tooth, and Vulcan's Hole. Uh, and I don't know what stood out in those places for you guys.
The dwarf put a hole through his solid concrete wall because he's a sassy crybaby.
I remember that. Oh, yeah, I think like
Had a great bath.
true.
Bath was the
I wrestled
highlight.
some dudes in game. I mean, uh,
You guys had great story progression and role playing stuff with the bar people while I was soaking.
yeah, I really like that. I
If
feel
that
like
was a show, I feel like it would switch back to you in the bath a lot more often than us talking.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
That's like it's like the potential there is it could be just like pure comedy, or it could just be like pure like ogling at like a naked body, and then it's just like going back to a bar scene. And it's just like back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like Pythor's a fucking loser. Vulcan is kind of a loser, but like not as much of a loser. Like at least he's like a loser with a brain, I feel. Even though he still kind of sucks. He's like I don't know, like he I feel like he's like someone who could actually be an ally in my head. Whereas in Pythor, I'm just like, move over, son. Like,
Yeah, Dwarf Bro, if we help him out and give him back a reason to live and be helpful, cool, as opposed to a sad face whiny guy that wants to lock his daughter up.
Yeah, God, it's literally worshipped, and this guy is like
His
getting
daughter
no love.
I feel like his daughter would just do a much better. Like, what's that scene from Mean Girls? Like, it's like Brutus just totally stabbed Caesar. Like,
Yeah. And I think I don't know if you settled on what to do next, but you definitely have a bunch of leads.
We were going to go to the Dragon Shrine in the morning. I think it was the consensus we had before we knocked off.
Okay.
Sure. I wanted to do that.
Give me a second.
You have exactly 1 second. That's it, time's up.
I'm gonna use the Roll20 music because it seems more stable than these Discord bots.
Sure. Yeah, Discord music bots can be. I've never heard a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Discord ones, they're fine. It'll play the list. Might have to adjust the sound on that. But it sounds ambient, so it might not matter. Oh, wait, I'm not in Foundry. I can't adjust that.
There is.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Audio, video, master music volume level.
On the cogwheel on the right.
Oh, right, they keep moving it.
They're just testing you.
Yeah, I can't even remember where the old version of that used to be, but I know it wasn't there.
Okay, so going to the Dragon Shrine. Yeah, it's right next to the King's Palace and up the hill. This shrine sits at the end of a quiet street that runs into the wall of the gorge. It's a large stone building with a copper dome. The pediment above the door bears a marble engraving of the legendary dragon Balmetria. Inside the building, there is a strong smell of incense. You can hear the muttering of prayers as the priests of the shrine carry out their daily rituals.
I'm just gonna like walk up and just study the relief of Balmetria. And sort of look around and how many people, like, is it a large open area?
It's sort of. It's like half open. Parts of it are enclosed, but the general entrance is open to most people.
Should gonna like turn and smirk at least Lysander. You want me to go and ask them where the dragon horn is? I'd like to pay my I mean, set it up for you.
Lice walks in and is kind of just like slack-jawed at the statue of What was the statue? Or was it a
Balmetria.
statue or relief?
It was a relief.
Yeah, he's just kind of slack-jawed at it and kind of like puts his hand out and touches it, and as soon as he does that, his pseudo dragon like leaps off his shoulder into the air out of the temple, and like too quick for Lice to react. Like it's just gone into the air. Like walking out and looking, you can kind of like see it getting very small in the distance, and whilst Lice is like panicked at first,
What the hell was that?
Are they meant to do that?
I don't know, but I can see the city.
Well,
Yep.
yes, you're in the city.
Yep, that's
No,
pretty normal.
I can see the city from above.
That's also completely normal, yes.
That's true for you. I'm like, no. That's like through your friend.
Yeah,
Like, looking up and then looking back across, and up and then back across.
like Lice is kind of like shutting his eyes and like walking around the outside area and just like perfectly navigating where he needs to be, and then for a moment it disappears. He goes, okay, I can't see it anymore. I hope he comes back. Maybe
Oh.
I think I did something wrong.
Maybe it's normal with dragons. Who knows? No one's seen one in lots of years.
Yes, it's like a baby, right? Maybe it, maybe it just flew away because to annoy its parent. I don't know. Some people do that, right?
Or like a snake. Maybe it's shedding its skin or something.
Yeah,
Sure, you'll be back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
maybe. All of those things are really disturbing, though. Let's finish up here, and then I'm gonna see if I can pull it back or something.
Right.
And Lice like heads
Maybe you can
inside.
like whistle for it.
Lice will try like whistling. Nothing.
You're not supposed to spit quite so much. But keep the tongue inside your mouth.
Lice can't do the fingers in his mouth, so he's just like kind of out there, just like.
You keep at
Like
it.
brief little whistle, but like nothing.
I'm sure he'll be back. Yeah, he seems to cling to you a great deal. He loves you very much. I'm sure he'll be back.
Maybe this is because I
She
have
looks worried
had
as she
him
says
enough?
this.
He's never coming back.
Oh,
He's gone to
Oh.
live his best life.
hopefully not. With the temple that's inside, there's the relief, and then what else did you say was inside?
I guess so. One thing that would stand out is you can see that there's a reliquary. Sorry. Sort of just like a small encasing for probably some sort of relic. It is quite large, I guess. It's sort of like a small stone chapel with 3 alcoves protected by glass. The glass of the central alcove has been shattered, and dark purple stains are splattered all over the floor surrounding it.
Lume's gonna like cough like really loudly and obnoxiously, like trying to make eye contact with one of the clerics or priests.
Yeah, one of the priests will approach. And she goes up to you and says, "Hello. My name is Aesop. I am the chief attendant of this shrine. How can I help you today?"
Well, me and my friends, we are come to visit this shrine. We've heard a few things about it. What happened here exactly? It's a bit of a stain.
Yes. A couple of weeks ago, or maybe it's been longer, the horn of Balmetria was stolen from the reliquary.
Oh no, I think it was just borrowed.
No, thieves broke in, escaped with it. Unfortunately, we have not been able to get it back.
No, you have. She's gonna turn, like, just grinning and sort of like nudge her elbow, like grinning.
Oh, right. Yes. Like, pull his belt around. It's like, I'm assuming this is what you're looking for. We found it in the old mossy temple.
She lights up. Says, "What? How?"
Oh well. I mean, it's a bit of a story. I suppose we could tell it if you wish, but
He is chosen by the stars.
When you say that, she says, "Wait, by chance, are you the ones from the prophecy?"
They are indeed. Luma's happy to like foist off the, the bullshit attention onto the two of you and like takes a half step back.
She says, "Oh, well, have you drank from the horn?"
yes, we did a couple of times. Very, very unusual visions, but kind of illuminating, I suppose. Yes.
My God, and have you seen where you need to go?
Yes. It believes us as wants us to board a ship. And did I write this down?
With crude by the dead.
Yes,
made of the tree of the what was it, the nymph tree.
I
That
see.
one from many years ago that the Dragonlords wrote on. I believe it was the same. So the fuck, what's the name again? The goddess Kira has explained.
Listen, I am one of the few priests that still honor the legends of the Dragonlords. And I believe the dragons will return one day.
Have they not already? I heard news that the king in the west, is it west, south? Can't remember.
I think it's
Has
south.
taken measures towards resurrecting these things. I have heard this news. It is where I hail from.
I have heard
I have a
the-
dragon too.
A dragon? Already?
Can I a small one? Yeah, yes, I have one. It's
Teeny
not.
tiny.
It's not here right now, but I do have one.
One of those, what is it, pseudo ones.
Oh, yes. I guess that. Well, I'm not sure if that counts, but speaking of those.
Do not belittle the chosen's dragon.
I think
No. Of course not.
She smacks and giggles. Relax. I'm just I'm trying to have a little bit of fun in this morbid situation that is pressing on the city. Apologize.
Yes. But I also have heard the rumors about King Augustus bringing back the dragons, but I have my doubts because I believe if anyone is going to resurrect the Dragonlords, it should be the Oracle's chosen ones.
Well, we didn't say resurrected the Dragonlords, just the dragon part.
Well, I think that two go hand in hand, don't they?
No, I don't think so. I think, the dragon is one part of the equation. You need a noble knight fighting for betterment and change of the world. Like you, Lice. That makes up the other half.
Well, yes, I didn't mean that they would work separate from each other. I'm just saying that, I'm not sure how we'd go about that exactly.
there's like a puzzled look on Lysa's face for like a good second. Oh. What did the Dragon Lord do to become Dragon Lord?
She sort of thinks it is hard to say. Many believe they were chosen from even before they were born. It was written in the stars, as it will.
Stares at Asta.
But I believe if you want to achieve the task of bringing back dragons or becoming dragon lords yourself, you might need to take the horn to Queen Valis in Mitros.
Why?
In these uncertain times, the horn rightfully belongs to the goddess of wisdom. And I believe that King Augustus may attempt to claim the horn as a symbol of his right to resurrect the Dragon Lords. And obviously, it is yours.
I mean, he may be descended from them, but I don't believe that one's blood should dictate any right.
There are countless generations that beg to differ.
Maybe, I don't know. Is it more common than I think? It just doesn't seem like you should be given something just because.
Well, he is merely king, and you are chosen of the prophet. I think the second is better than the first, no?
Oh, sorry. I suppose. No, it seems we've bought it to the wrong place, but if you believe it would be in better hands of a goddess, well, perhaps this one won't be as drunk. They all seem to like to drink. Is that why they come down here at all?
Good wine?
Seems like they just drink and procreate.
Queen Valis is nothing like her brother. She is incredibly wise.
I will cling to a little bit of skepticism. Having wisdom and sharing it are two very different things.
I suppose it gives us another location to go to, but of course we are trying to sort your your own city's little issues. Probably best we do that, as I'm sure we'd like to come back here and not have it trampled.
Oh, I have no doubt that you will save us. The chosen have arrived. Like she's looking around as she said that.
Yes. So definitely going to endeavour to do our best. I believe one of the next things we're going to do is trying to figure out exactly what the how the sacrifice was performed. Maybe we could stop it or trick it or something. I don't know.
Is there anywhere in the city that sells magical scrolls or anything to that effect? Something in particular that could aid with the breathing of air beneath the water?
You're looking for potions.
Scrolls,
Unfortunately,
potions, wands.
unfortunately, the only potions that are readily available are those of potions of healing. It is quite rare to find anything of the sorts of magical scrolls in the city. Quite valuable.
Frustrating.
Thanks. It seems like, well, I don't know about you, but well, I mean, I assumed you might have some. I mean, does the king himself? I mean, if he wants us to help, wouldn't he have access to such things?
I wouldn't have a clue. The king is quite a wild card.
Mumbling under her breath, Python probably took it and used the water breathing potion to breathe wine for 3 hours.
Oh, that sounds amazing, actually.
Right?
Jesus.
Besides Pythor, what do you think of his daughter, Honora?
Honora. Why? She is kind. It is quite a miracle that she has grown up to be a studious and wise young lady, despite being brought up by her war crazy father.
Lyse has broken out of his kind of silent pondering and lets out like a big grin, similar to the one that he would have made that you would have seen after in the bar before he started ripping apart the cloak. And it's like, yeah, few people have said she's a different sort leader potential.
Yes, it has been a while since she has made any appearances. The Sidon's demand must be a heavy toll on her.
Oh no. She's her dad locked her in a dungeon. Yeah, she can't come out.
Though from what we understand, she was quite willing to take this role anyway.
Oh,
She seems the best fit for a more promising future for this city, which is why I am certain she has been specifically requested. I think Sidon would be perfectly happy to leave this city in the hands of a drunk.
That does actually make more sense now, yes.
I think we need to have another discussion with Pythor.
Well, maybe if we have, someone we can actually go back to him at least. I don't know.
Yeah, we should speak to Python, but we should definitely speak to his daughter. Like, he was kind of useless. Like, I'd prefer to go to him after talking to her.
Yeah, we can do
Because
that when we are finished here, I think.
Lyce kind of leans in towards you two and is like, if she's help.
I think he cut out because of the noise gate.
Oh. Kind of like leans towards you guys and like whispers and is like, maybe if we can like talk to her first and like show her that we might be able to save her. Maybe she could run the city instead? Like,
I
I
like
don't know,
that
that seems
idea.
like a pretty good idea.
Well, I mean, if we want to do that, we should at least have a plan, because she was willing to sacrifice herself. We tell her it's no longer necessary because we know what we have to face that could help.
If anything has been proven true of Sidon, it's trickery, breaking of rules, mercilessness. Realistically, if she takes over control of the city, she can save more lives than if she sacrifices herself for it. When this agreement ends, Sidon will crush this city, especially under Sidon's rule. Pythor's rule. With her at the helm, perhaps they can be better prepared. She will not be bound up in the same restrictions her father is. She can prepare to fight back. I think that is what Pythor is perhaps most afraid of in regards to this city. That is my guess. Her sacrifice will be greater, remaining alive. It will be a lot of hard work and a lot of miserable, bloody days ahead.
I wonder how easy it is to just get to a prison. Would Python just let us walk in, even though we're the chosen? Like,
I don't think he has a choice.
maybe he'll just be not us.
Help is not free, especially not to kings or gods.
The stuff on the ground, that was from a weeks ago?
Yes. We have not touched it in case it would provide clues. While we're waiting for the chosen, you, actually. And in case it would provide clues for you to find the horn.
Oh, we really did just do this out of order.
We really did.
Dang, it says Mossy Temp. Oh. Oh, well. I mean, at least you can clean up now, make the place look a little nicer. It's a shame we can't return it to you, but if you believe it's best in the hands of the other goddess,
Yes,
Maybe you
absolutely.
could make a replica? Because it's very nice.
No, trying to make a replica will only be an insult to the legend of Balmetria. But we'll still have this shrine dedicated to the dragon.
Oh. I suppose it's still a very nice gesture. We'll definitely take very good care of it, and also definitely will remember not to just attune to anything I find on the ground anymore.
She looks puzzled.
He's just like shuffling his feet, looking at Lume.
They are. It's from the next verse of the prophecy. It's hidden secret stuff. All right. Shh. So
But yeah.
what purpose will your shrine have without the horn?
Well, we still have this relief, which will we can still explain the power or the legend of legend's the wrong word, the story of Balmetria. At the very least.
Could you tell us that story?
Of course. Balmetria was the dragon of Estor, the one who this city is named after. She was the most powerful of the dragons. And she sort of looks to you. How much do you know of Balmetria? Unfortunately, we only have only a bit of information.
Nothing. I know nothing about dragons. Well, I know that they like to claw over armor. That's it.
Well,
Only their names.
Balmetria was possibly the reason why the Dragonlords were able to fight back against the Titans as they tried to defend humans and other mortals alike. Even though she was bonded to Estor, they had their differences. And it did get to a boiling point. It was so bad that it seemed their differences they could not be settled. Eventually, Balmetria separated from Estor. Estor continued to fight against the Titans, and it is unclear what happened to Balmetria after.
She definitely had a horn cut or, broken off. It doesn't seem like something someone would do if they were remaining alive.
Well, the horn was found much later, long after the oath of peace was declared.
Danny, would we have been here for about like an hour now?
Sure, yeah.
It's at this exact moment in which the pseudo dragon plummets from the sky and like flies back into the temple. Lands like on Lysander's shoulder and then crawls under the armor and starts to immediately go to sleep. And Lysa's just like shocked and like with his arms up, like he didn't see it coming, he didn't hear it coming, it just boom. That's my dragon. That's my guy. He's asleep.
Oh, quite magnificent.
Thank you.
I didn't know what it was doing, but I mean, he did come back. That's good, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what he was doing either, but like he tired himself out. Maybe he just needed a stretch. I don't know.
It's only been gone an hour, perhaps just doing a loop of the city.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's safe. Did he get into a fight with something?
Perhaps word is getting out that's, the Chosen has a pseudo dragon, so if anyone messes with it, the Chosen will come looking for them.
Maybe. Yeah, I hope. Maybe he went with the stone. I don't know.
No. I mean, we came across many
You know
stones.
that guy
on the
that beat me in
path.
wrestling, who like floored me to the ground? Yeah, like I just hope he didn't. Like I couldn't fight that guy. I don't want I don't want him to fight him either.
I mean, I thought dragons are meant to be stronger, though. Maybe he could.
I mean, he's the size of my like half of my arm. Like
Well,
he's a
size
baby.
doesn't matter.
Maybe. I, I don't know. I'm just maybe we should go. Yeah, I don't know.
The
All right.
Aesop says, before you go, if you are truly interested in, I don't know if you will learn much, but perhaps you might be interested in passing by the necropolis at Telamok. It is the tomb of the Dragonlords, but also there is a tomb of Belmetria there.
Oh,
Besides this horn, there are other pieces of Belmetria that have been found. And from what I know, I think people have placed Belmetria's remains in that tomb.
I think you're maybe the fourth or fifth person to suggest that we have a look at this necropolis. I'm starting to think there is perhaps a link towards the prophecy in this somewhere. It cannot be coincidence that it keeps coming up in our path.
No, not a coincidence at all.
How do you know? Are you a spy? No, I'm messing with you. It's fine.
Are you sus?
X to doubt. All right. Well, it's been an enlightening morning. Thank you for your words and your wisdom.
Of course. May Mitros watch over you.
and
Yes, yourself as well.
see you around the city. Les like walking out, like holding the kind of like nestled, the nestled little pseudo dragon under his armor, like emphasizing that yes, he has a dragon. Like yes, they're real. Like yes, it's his. You can't have it.
Sorry, I'm not sure what's getting to me, guys. This something about the city is getting under my skin, and I'm just reacting to everything with an almost hostile level of levity.
Nobody knows what they're doing here. Literally nobody knows what they're doing here.
Yeah, it's really getting to me. I do not know how the city is functioning. It is beyond me. It's bewildering.
Can we go see Honora? She's the only person that people talk about in the city as like capable.
Yes, I think that is a good idea.
We'll probably head to the palace then.
Yeah. Any sort of security wouldn't bat an eye. They know who you are now. And you pretty much have like free reign of the palace.
To the dungeons.
Can I ask one of the guards, like, hey, we had to see a prisoner. We had to see specifically one prisoner. Do you know where to go? Or when you here?
The guard basically salutes, or whatever the ancient Greek version of that is. And he says, "I will lead you." And he just starts marching towards the dungeons.
Cool. All right, so we should. Oh no.
Yes. Into the open door. Don't worry about it. Okay, good. No. Turn around.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yes, we follow him into the dungeons.
Yeah. So at the back of the palace is a stairway that descends to the basement where the dungeon is located. And yeah, Honora, you see Honora pretty much straight away. Although this is the dungeons, she's not being, kept as a prisoner, like in the, what do you call it? Stereotypical sense. It seems like they have brought her whole room down here, and so she is like sitting on a couch probably, and reading a book.
The way they describe these places, I thought they'd be much worse. Actually looks better than the inn we're staying at. Like, a lot better.
Yeah. Luxury retreats.
Huh. Wow.
It's like
She
sort of knock on the bars.
yeah, she'll hear you coming down and she'll look up. She already know that people are coming, and she goes, "Oh, hello."
Good
Hi.
morning to you. I am Lumaelsen, and these are my friends.
I'm Lysander.
Esther Lux, Your Highness.
Pleasure to meet you all. I am Honora.
Would it be alright if we engaged you in conversation? We are, well, as some are naming us at least, chosen from this prophecy that is bandied about.
Oh, yes, of course. I have heard of the prophecy myself, but I haven't had a lot of time to look into it. You must forgive me.
Oh, I mean, it looks like you were busy, shall we say? But, that's fine.
Would you like to sit? Come inside. And she sort of signals to the guard to open up the door.
Yeah,
Goes inside, sort of sits down, sort
We'll
of closes
try
the
it
door,
in.
looks towards the guard. You lock me that door, I'll break your teeth.
He's like, "Oh, yeah." Yes.
She is here willingly, yes?
Yes.
Then you have nothing to fear. We would like a private word with the princess, please.
And he sort of looks at Princess Nora, and Nora just gives a nod, and he just walks away.
Shakes her head a bit. Sits down like smooths dress, I guess. So we have some challenging topics to discuss with you, and some of them may challenge your perceptions and sensibilities, but we ask that perhaps you keep an open mind and think more of the long-term and greater effect rather than the short-term and how it affects you directly.
She ponders for a bit, and she says, "You speak of Sidon's demand?"
Yes, yes, I do.
She pretty much just says, I am willing to do what is necessary for the people of Astoria."
Very well. If I could challenge your definition of doing what is necessary for the people of your city, what if the hardest, most challenging path that is of greatest benefit for your people, for how they live now, and for if they will live in the future, is not to lay down and give in to the demands of a emotional wayward tyrant on the cusp of an ancient deal breaking, but rather the best thing that you can do is take up leadership of the city and ready your people to fight back against an almost inevitable invasion.
There would be no invasion if I accept the sacrifice.
So are you telling me that every deal that Sidon has ever put forward has been honored? Every word is set in stone? Or is it only the deal that is secured on paper that has been adhered to, and only in the loosest of terms, while they continue to send agents and demands, causing all sorts of unrest, chaos, murders?
But she sort of has a look of skepticism. If
Sidon's word is only as good as what is written on the pacts, and he and insert name of the other tyrant are only tethered by those words. And as soon as the years on that agreement have ended, which should be coming any time now, they will be bound by them no longer. And any promises of word, unless they are an actual oath that has been made, has this been transcribed to you as an oath? A pact that there would be no harm to your city's citizens? Or is this just a demand?
she says, I do not know.
Sidon and
will-
Etheria won't care when you're gone. They'll just do what they want. And the people here, they don't have a lot of hope, but they do have hope in you. I mean, you're proving it right now, sitting in this cell, being willing to be sacrificed for the city. But they need another way.
It is Sidon's wish that this city is ruled over by a drunk unwilling to take action to defend his lands and his people. Pythor is who she wants to lead this city when the deal is ended, because they will be able to wash over it with absolute ease and achieve the goals they have always meant to reach. Pythor is not the god he once was. He is a wallowing drunk.
The
I
other
understand he is your father, but that does not dismiss his shortcomings.
the other reason we think that this could help is that it could help our cause. The more resistance there is against the Titan, the easier it will be for us to stop them. Them trying to fight on tent front is much easier when to face them than if they just had a few. And if every city rolls over and appeases their demand, we're not going to have a lot of strength to fight back.
The reason he wants you, specifically you, is because it is your name that is on everyone's lips when we ask them who would make the greatest leader of this city. They want a weak ruler, and they cannot afford to let someone strong with the lives and the souls of these good people into power.
She says, I know how to run a city, but you're asking to fight back. I am no general of an army. That is my father. My father is the warrior.
The great thing about leadership is the ability to delegate. Taking over leadership of the city does not mean you could not request the aid of your father as a general. Does not mean you cannot lean on his wisdom in areas of expertise.
And to be honest, it seems like that's what he'd rather be doing anyway.
We're not talking about a coup. I mean to entreat with Pythor and attempt to secure what I am suggesting here in a agreeable, peaceful manner. If it can be achieved.
So, what do you want to happen? Because if I'm not sacrificed, the Order of Sidon, it will come, and many will lose their lives.
This city, if I understand correctly, has been fighting back against the Order of Sidon for well over 500 years. Long before the agreement was made, it has been forging and fighting back against the hordes of Cygors and Minotaurs and Cyclops. This city has stood all this time. What makes you think now that they can suddenly overrun this city because we have not given up to demands? They have tried and they have failed countless times.
You're not alone anymore. You
We
have
will
us.
fight with you.
She says, Historia was stronger back then. Now we are weak.
You are calling Astoria weak when I got pinned to the floor of the bar. Like, you have some of the strongest soldiers that I've ever met. People who are willing to fight for the city and who are looking for hope. They need you. They don't need you to be sacrificed. They need you to do more than that.
And those words circle us back to the very beginning of this conversation. This task will be much more difficult than laying down and dying.
Hmm. Well, my goal is to prevent as much as possible any needless death. I still think fighting back will cause many to suffer. But
Can you
perhaps yeah, sorry, go.
can you maybe perhaps again to just trying to make a point, bring this back again to the start of the conversation, to change your perspective from here and now and expand. Look at the city from above, like from the stars, and look forward to the span of years in the future. Like a god might do to a small ball of ants. You can look down into this ball of ants and see 10,000 strong, and every now and then there is one ant crawling around that is getting other little ants organized, ready, prepared to fight back against you, the one with the finger that can crush all of these things. Organized, thousands of ants could swarm, bite, poison, fight back. Alone, they're just tiny little ants. But you, this great, magnificent god, you could reach out and you can crush those little ants that organizing all of these other little ants. And if you sit there and you crush them and squish them against the bowl, there'll be nothing to fight back. They will scatter. And when you are finally released from the heavens by the words that have been made obsolete because the wording of the agreements has reached its end, now you are free to fill that bowl with water. We have lost too much time already. Almost 500 years have passed, and the ants have not been allowed to form up to make ready to fight back. This is your last chance to save your people. And this is your burden. We can help you with it, but we cannot rule.
At this moment, Kira pops out of nowhere.
Holy shit!
Perhaps there's a way to fight back and not risk so many lives. I've been doing a little bit of research, and apparently, the army that will descend upon Astoria is led by a centaur chieftain.
And this centaur chieftain's name and location is... Come on, don't hold us in suspense.
I don't know the name, but their location is to the north of here. You would just have to follow the... go out the north gate and follow the road. But one thing I know about centaurs is they are extremely proud. And a challenge to their leader is as valuable, not valuable. Yeah, a challenge to their leader can replace that of a full-out war.
A war fought by champions instead of armies.
Yes.
She nods and turns and looks at Lysander because she's a pansy.
Oh, we'll fight. Yeah. That's like the only thing that like I'm really good at. Like I don't envy you having to like think about sacrifices and cities. But like I'll fight a centaur instead. Like I'd much happy be in my shoes than yours.
Honora says, it would be suicide to take on a centaur one-on-one.
It would be suicide to lay here and die. This at least is a plausible chance.
And plus, you haven't seen us fight. You don't know how good we are.
I mean, you did die.
Let's not bring that up right now.
Sorry, that's just me laughing. That's not her laughing. She's just like super stony faced, like,
Oh, I said though.
Honora says, it seems the prophecy has chosen the right people. I see the good not only in your words, but in your actions. I will follow the plan, any plan that you suggest.
wonderful. And we will meet with Pythor and lay it out for him.
Lysander's just quietly in the background, just like has his fist like clenched, like yes, work.
I am sorry, Anora, to place such a burden on you. I would not wish it on anyone, but someone must fight for your people, and Pythor is not it.
Let's hope we can get out of this with as least death as possible.
Hope? No need for hope. We have the prophecy. Just smirks a little bit. Sorry, I react to fear with levity. It's a recurring theme lately.
No, it's the only way to keep people going forward.
All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your careful consideration of our words. Just like gives a deep bow and sort of moves towards the outside of the door.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because she's royalty, I don't think she would bow back.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, she would just give a nod.
As they're walking sort of up the hall, back through the castle. Sorry guys, I tend to talk a lot. I was raised to do a lot of talking. I'm not so much good at the the martial prowess is not my field of expertise.
Hey, you've saved my life at least once.
I feel like that's been cleared several times over by having my life saved on multiple occasions. There's that. I mean, there was that terrifying death boar that was like 40 foot tall and breathing fire.
I wouldn't even worry about a boar now. You know, like it was like scary, but like you think about it, it's just kind of
Oh no!
like it's a bit of a laugh now, isn't it?
I
Like
dream of
Lysander's
that
like
boar's piggy squeals of demonic fury. It haunts me.
like you're thinking about the boar and you're like looking at Lysander, and Lysander over the course of like the you know, weeks, months, however long the whole period that you've known him, has like actually bulked up quite considerably. So you're looking at him and he just has no concept of like how scary other things are. He's just like huge and bulking. Like he's literally like from
He
like
is
training and
great
like
hero.
less food and yeah.
She turns and just gives sort of a sheepish smile to Asta.
Well, I mean, we're good at fighting at least, so. I mean, a centaur. I mean, have any of you ever fought against one before?
No clue.
No?
I don't
Aren't
know
like,
what a centaur is.
like half horse, half people?
Half horse?
Yeah.
What half?
How
The bottom half.
Oh, I suppose that would be fun for
It's
running.
gonna be so much faster.
Yeah,
I mean-
and you know, doing your business much easier also.
Yeah, I guess maybe I should have asked what a centaur was before I agreed that we'd fight it.
Use its size against it.
Yeah, okay.
Besides, you have a dragon. No worries.
The pseudo dragon's a lot more active now after a short rest. Scampering around on Lysa's shoulders and back.
Yeah, we head up to Pythor, I guess. Try and seek an audience with the Great God King.
Sure. Yeah. Pythor is probably having a very late breakfast. It's probably lunchtime. And yeah, he probably has a bunch of servants around, and when you enter, he's like has his face stuffed in probably some soup.
It's just like muttering to herself, if it's not wine in great excess, it's food. Greetings, Pythor. God King.
Ah, the chosen. How goes the task that I have asked of you?
She looks at Aster and Lys for permission to throw down.
Yeah, Lys gives you a little nod like, this guy's weird. Oh.
Very well. We have some ideas. Some pretty good ones, I think. May we approach?
Of course. Want some soup?
Sure, why not? Like goes up, just casually just drags one of the chairs back at the table, sits down at King's table.
He gets one of the servants to serve, you and everyone else.
So, I have some extremely difficult questions and topics for you to think over as we have. It is not exactly my intent to offend, but offense may be incurred. But I wish to preface that with the understanding perhaps that everything I say and everything we attempt to do is towards the goals that you have asked of us.
Hmm.
How much do you care for Anora?
Deeply. She is the daughter of the last mortal that I loved.
And what would you give up to save her?
Anything.
Very well. We will do whatever we can to save her from Sidon's demands. But the price will be steep. We believe it is in the city's best interests, the continent's best interests, and certainly in the best interests of the prophecy and its chosen, that you name her your successor and abdicate the throne.
But then what of me?
She will need a strong general. Your area of expertise, no? You are built for war, Pythor. You are not built for leading a city, and I think you are man enough to acknowledge this fact.
And like halfway through a mouthful of soup, Lysander is just like, and also everybody in the city prefers her.
Everyone's just looking at Lysander.
Yeah, Steven's like slowly backing away.
My esteemed colleague is trying to convey that she has the popular vote of the citizens and would have their backing and support.
Okay. But how does this help?
There
Did
will be
they-
conflicts. With no doubt, there will be conflicts. It does not matter if it is in 8 days due to 8 days due to the demands of this tyrant, or if it is when the agreement of 500 years has been breached, which I am taking to understand will be coming very soon. It is our belief that they wish for you to remain in charge, because I think you can freely admit the city has fallen to a dilapidated state. It is not fit for the conflict that is seen in years past. The tyrant wants an easy victory over these lesser races. That is why they wish to remove the strong focal point of your citizens and the face and the name that they all reach towards. They want to take away your strength, Pythor, and you cannot let them. That strength is your daughter.
And he says, so you're just suggesting I abdicate the throne and what? The army will not invade?
We will head north. The army that is set to invade is ruled by a clan of chieftains, centaurs, and we mean to challenge their leader and prevent at least this army from breaching the walls quite so soon. While Anora, with your assistance, readies the people, defends the city more adequately, makes people prepared for the end of this pact.
He laughs. Ha! Challenging the leader to a duel. Well, that is definitely something I would do.
I mean, could come with us. I mean, I'm sure your knowledge would be invaluable. I mean, I'm pretty sure half of us don't even know what a centaur is.
He looks all of you up and down. Well, here's my first piece of advice.
Right.
Don't fight them at your current strength. You will easily lose.
We have 8 days. It is our attempt, or it is your daughter's life. We are willing to put everything on the line to save your daughter and your people.
If this is the plan the chosen want to go with, then I will not fight back.
If you had any suggestions to perhaps secure artifacts or greater power within the span of time we have before venturing north to meet these centaurs before they reach our walls, such advice would be welcome.
Well, besides getting weapons from the Mithril Forge, I do have
Oh
my...
yeah, that thing exists, doesn't it? I forgot all about it.
We have to go there too.
All right. So how far? Well, that was pretty close though, wasn't it? Sorry, bit of
A
out of
day?
character.
Less than a day.
A day?
In the mines,
Yeah.
which we'd have to take
Okay.
back.
That
Mines
fits within
of
that
Moria.
fits within an 8-day plan.
He says,
She's nodding like, yeah. I totally didn't forget about it.
I do have my trusty hammer.
And
Trusty
my
what?
axe.
Yeah, dwarf just emerges from nowhere.
It is in my room.
Quick,
You
come
wanna
help me
come with-
find it.
Yeah, you want to come with me to my room? I can show you my hammer. It's called the Pounder.
I was actually saving this to pass it on to the next worthy warrior in my bloodline. But perhaps this is just as an important cause. And he goes and gets the hammer and comes back with a giant
I want to see the
warhammer.
king's room.
Oh, you want to come with him?
It's just wine bottles
Nice
everywhere.
digs, man.
Like
Look at that bed. 6-poster bed. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Like, so like to open the door, pushing all the bottles aside. Hold on.
All the Jimmy cans pour out.
yeah.
Sorry, Dan. I keep ruining everything.
No,
Ruining the tone.
it's surprisingly like it's not really decorated that much. It's a bunch.
No,
of...
I don't mean I can actually follow the God King to his bedroom.
Okay.
We're not playing that kind of campaign.
He says, this hammer is magical, but really its main purpose is for forging. If you want to make the most of it, you are best bringing it to the Mithril Forge.
Then we have an objective, I think. 10 days, but we only have 8 days. Oh, then again, I suppose 8 days and then the army attacks. I don't know how far away the army is.
I mean, to be fair, they'll be
Time
getting
crunch.
closer. I mean, they're 8 days away, so by the time we finish this, they'll be like 2 days away. So
Well, wasn't it like 8 days until the sacrifice was supposed to be? I
Oh,
thought
right.
the tyrant fully expects the sacrifice to happen, so I'm guessing that the army's on sort of standby north. How far away north, we're not sure.
Yeah. Do we have enough time to do
20,000
that?
gold. Holy fuck! Look at that.
What's 20,000 gold?
Well, if one gold piece is worth about $100, Lucky Blade Rod of Lordly Might.
Right, so we take this hammer to the forge and we, use it to make weapons capable of slaying the centaurs? Is that what you mean?
Weapons can only do so much. Perhaps they will increase your chances, but I still do not think it is a good idea.
Jesus Christ, Luckblade can cast Wish. I was like looking at the stats of the two items going, Luckblade looks like nothing compared to the rod. And then I read the last part. I wish the centaur was the size of a beetle.
We'd probably still lose.
Right? Giant beetle. You weren't accurate enough.
And now it's got too many legs.
Well, we must do what we can, whether or it is perceived to be a wise idea or not. By the way, random question off to the side. How far away is the fuck, where is it? Where's my notes gone?
The necropolis?
Yeah, that.
Probably only a couple of days. Maybe.
Round trip. In what direction?
To the west.
Okay, so 2 days to the west is this necropolis. 1 day to the south is the mines.
North.
North is the mines.
Yeah. Towards the
Oh dear,
Mithril
oh dear.
Mountains. Oh, wait. Let me check the map. Yeah. There's no Mithril Mountains on the map, but it's to the north, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, we don't have any in-character knowledge that it takes 10 days to forge a weapon.
I mean, if we get his dad on the job, he's like the god of forge. Maybe he could do it in half the time or some shit. Otherwise, what's the
Rewrite
point?
the indie rules.
I mean, he's a god, and it's literally his job. Wait, didn't he actually say that he could knock it out in a couple of days? Am I misremembering that? Like if we secured the Mithril mines, didn't he say?
It could be different items, maybe. Like
maybe.
smaller, lesser items.
I think the mines make more sense than trying to leave the
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
city
thinking like the
because
mines, and then Dwarf Man can start forging something while we then head off to the necropolis, and then we can like sort of round trip back to the mines. So that, like, I'm assuming whatever it was wouldn't really possibly be forged by then anyway. So it's like 1 day north, 2 days west, day there, 2 days east. So it's like 6 days that have elapsed, and then we're still north, and that's where the armor you would come from, direction-wise anyway.
true. Yes, that sounds
Do we bring him with us then?
doable.
So
Dwarf
like,
Man,
he's,
yeah.
you know, given the hammer, it's like, okay, we've got to fucking go, but you know, off your pop.
Yeah, pretty much. You're a king. Figure it out. I mean, you're a god. Figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing else is going to attack him. Hopefully, he's come back and he's fucking dead. It's like, oh shit.
How did he die? Oh, moldy crust.
He got sober and he got the worst hangover.
Death by hangover. Yeah, we should bring like a cart of ale.
Yeah, that should do him a couple of days.
Yeah, that makes sense for a dwarf.
Ah, is that mining supplies? No.
All right, so back in character. Thank you for your gracious gift. It is one step in the right direction, regardless of our chances of success.
Well, let's see if it leads to saving Anora.
Well, if we fail, the army will come anyway. So best be prepared. Thank you for the soup.
He'll continue eating.
All right, yeah, sort of get up and head out, I guess.
Sure. Where to from here?
Should we circle back around to Vulcan?
Yeah, we should tell him
I
that
think
we're
we have
gonna
a ticking clock.
go, and then the last stop before we leave probably be any sort of like marketplace here.
Is that the Agora? Is that a marketplace?
Yeah, it is. Before we go further, let's take a 5-minute break.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I
Sure.
refill my water. Easy.
I'm back.
Imagining like waking up 3 a.m., like taking a sip of water and then just going back to sleep, and then you just wake up with like fucking, trident stabbed through you. How dare you?
Seems a bit cruel.
I'm sorry. I was still asleep. Not good enough.
I'm sure it's
Um,
ingrained in these people by now.
Ready to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you doing some shopping, or were you doing something else?
Yeah, we can do a shopping trip first. Knock that out of the park.
Sure. What do you want to purchase? Around here it's the marketplace, so anything, uh, mundane. There isn't really magic items available besides health potions. And even then, there's only, I don't know, like there's probably a maximum that you can buy. I don't know, like 5 probably.
I guess we scrounge around for the few vendors that do have a health potion, or is it like all at the same place?
Yeah, no, it'd be different. Like only one potion would be for each vendor. It is still pretty rare.
Yeah, we'll probably find a jewelers to try to sell the necklaces and rings and gems and stuff we got, because we don't actually have much in terms of liquid assets. We only got 50 gold and 131 silver. But the necklaces and rings and gems are worth a nice chunk.
Sure. You can sell. Was there a value
2
given to those?
necklaces at 100 gold each, 4 rings at 50 gold each, 6 gems at 50 gold each, and a tome bound in human skin.
Are you gonna sell that?
Nope.
That's priceless.
Just the money things.
Okay.
Home bound in human skin. That's priceless. Visa for all your wish needs.
Yeah.
Multipass.
You can easily sell that.
Multipass.
The Agora is the center of activity here, so everything is reasonably priced, and you wouldn't need to worry about getting ripped off if you're trying to sell stuff as well.
Hello. Just look for a vendor to sell all the fancy rings and jewels.
Yeah. As you're looking for a vendor, you see that another person is also trying to sell some jewelry. Looks like a starved man, and he is saying, "Please, please, even just 1 gold. It's a look, a necklace of fireballs." And you can see that there's only 1 gem left. But
she'll approach the man, even if she doesn't actually believe it is a necklace of fireballs. But he looks like sort of down on his. I'm assuming from the way you're presenting him, he looks like really ragged and down on his luck.
yeah. Well, do you offer to buy it off him?
Yeah, she's gonna just sort of smile, sort of reach out, so like maybe just place a hand on his shoulder while sort of smiling at him. Hey there, old timer.
Hello.
You need food for your family.
And you hear his stomach growl.
It looks a beautiful piece. I'm not sure why this vendor does not seem interested in helping you, but If you'll allow me, it looks beautiful. I would like to buy it from you.
The merchant intervenes as he says, "Do not buy it off Klaus. He is a grave robber. He took that from the necropolis."
She's gonna turn and like stare into the old man's eyes. Are you a grave robber? Did you steal this from a corpse?
With a shaky voice, he says, "Yes, I snuck past the Daemon, the guardian of Telemach, and stole this necklace from one of the tombs."
She frowns. You stole this from one of the tombs of the Dragonlords?
I do not know whose tomb it was. Yes, forgive me. I am just trying to get away from the curse that has befallen upon me.
What is this curse you speak of, old man?
I am unable to eat. I throw up everything.
And this is since you took this necklace?
Yes.
I think perhaps, sir, selling it will not find you any relief. It sounds like this necklace is cursed. Perhaps if you return it to from whence it came, you might be able again to fill your stomach. We intend to head in that direction. We could perhaps accompany you, or you us. We could use a guide.
You would help me?
If you mean to right the vast wrongs that you have made and return to the tomb what you have taken.
Yes. I will not last long without eating.
How long, and like how messed up does he look? Like we could sort of like just eyeball his physical condition, how long he may or may not have.
Do a medicine check. Oh wow, we haven't rolled anything.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. It's been more than a couple of days at least.
Well, I am not 5th level, so I cannot cast the remove curse. So you're out of luck, old man. We will try to aid you, but grave robbing is its own curse. We will try to help you.
Can I make a roll to remember about, or like to, how much would Lice know about specific curses?
I'm pretty sure the curses are just meant to be common knowledge. But if I don't know, it's up to you. If you don't want it to be common knowledge, you can roll for it if you want.
Yeah, I guess what would I roll? Would I roll like, I guess, history or
Yeah, history.
Arcana? History?
I have no idea, Lume. It's just fucking guessing.
Yeah.
No,
that's-
there's something specifically about Curse of the Grave Robber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I like when I went through and I read all of the curses, see if I wanted to pick the curse one. This is me talking to Lice.
Ah.
There's a specific Curse of the Grave Robber, but I can't remember it. And I don't know if Lice would know, like, I don't know if Lice would know that. But you're saying it's like common knowledge. I guess, like, what would he know on a 10?
I mean, you're
Yeah.
a holy man, Ish, aren't you?
So Curse of the Grave Robber is pretty much what Klaus here is showing and has explained, where he cannot eat, and the stolen item always comes back to him. In terms of curing it, he has to give it to someone willingly. The item, that is. or using magic. That's the only way to cure the curse.
And so he has to willingly give the item that he took from a grave.
Does that pass the curse on to them though?
Mm, actually, I think it will. Let me make sure though.
Fuck all that noise.
I just all I can remember is that there's like it's if you take something from it's not from any grave. It's literally like if he'd stole it from any other grave, it'd be fine. But if you steal it from a grave from like a champion, like a hero or a champion or someone like that's like high regard or like a god, that's when you get cursed. And then it was one of the few curses that has like really specific condition in which like it's not like the other curses where it's like you get transformed into a harpy and then you can like you have to like deal with that. Like it's like this guy's gonna die like really soon.
It is impossible for that person to get rid of the magical item that they stole, even by returning it to the Great Grave.
Oh,
It
did you
will
find it?
always it was always returned to their possession at midnight. This guy's fucked.
Yeah, only magic
Oh
can
man,
cure it.
Lume is very wrong. She's not going to help this guy at all. You're just going to watch him die. Oh, that's sad.
I guess Lice is gonna turn to him and be like, "Look,
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's any way to get rid of it. Like as far as the explanation that the player's guide gives us, it literally just you're going to die. You're going to die of exhaustion from not eating.
you've stolen an item from the wrong grave, and you fortunately are going to pay for that price with life. I wouldn't spend your time in the markets trying to sell it. I would try to figure out how to help your loved ones around you. Sorry, but
Will not returning it help him?
no, uh, it's fatal.
Oh. I'm very sorry, old man. But it seems your choices have caught up with you.
He just stays silent, and he
My
sort of
friend
like
is right. You should maybe make peace with your loved ones.
he says, "So this is how I go. My life, worthless."
There is at least money to be earned for your family, and telling us can't make it in person. Tell us about the tomb and the demon that guards it.
Hmm. To be honest, I think I just got by with pure luck. The guardian of the tomb just happened to not be there at the entrance when I snuck in. Perhaps they were occupied with something else.
Our friend was also cursed, sought out a way to break it. The only lead we ever got was Propolis itself. I don't you'd prefer to look at, or maybe you'd like to spend your days with your loved ones, but sorry.
Hmm. And he sort of just walks away without saying anything.
Lice turns to the merchant. Is like, oh, rough day.
Yeah. Poor Klaus. Are you looking to buy something?
Yeah. Do you have any healing potion?
So, what can I do for you?
We have
Um,
some necklaces and rings and gems we would like to sell.
We didn't steal them, if you want to know.
We are the chosen of this prophecy. We have come by them through following its path.
Oh, I see. I would be happy to sell to you. And I'm wondering, perhaps I can get you to sign this. If the customers know that the chosen have come to my stall, I'm sure I'll get more business.
We're doing the Mass
That
Effect thing.
sounds a little bit like marketing. We can charge for such services.
Oh, a fellow business person. How much?
Well, we have these necklaces, rings, and gems here. Adds, I don't know, 10% on top of what they're worth. And we will inscribe our names on this placard for you.
Roll persuasion.
I guess I can't get away with guidance when I'm standing right in front of him.
Asking help from the gods.
Hey!
Oh, okay. Yeah, he accepts straight away. He's like, deal.
Nice. So there's two necklaces. It says 200. Oh shit! What have I done?
I've just dropped them all down the gutter.
200 plus 4 rings at 50 is 200, and 6 gems at 50 is 300. Is that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? So 770, adding 10%.
Nice. Okay. Jeez, does he even have that much money? He probably he's probably doing it with a bunch of other stalls.
Yeah, it's a conglomerate. And yeah, well, nice big fancy flourish of name on this like wooden placard for him.
Yeah, it just says the chosen were here.
And we're just graffitiing stalls.
Approved vendor to the chosen.
Nice.
Wait, what did you calculate? I got
770 total.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. I got the same. I was like looking at chat, was like, that doesn't look like what I got. But yeah, 10% on top.
Bringing us up to 820 gold and 131 silver. Nice.
And what would you like to buy?
I think just after we sort of get away from the stall a bit, we should probably just. Would you guys just like a small amount for personal things, and then we can keep the rest as group funds for things like potions and the like? I feel like a potion is a communal item that anyone could benefit from, but in terms of personal purchases, we could divvy some up for just spending money without having to, pull out this sack all the time. I say this because I am down to my last gold piece.
Yeah, that seems fine to me.
Oh wait, no, I'm not even down to my last gold piece. I'm down to my last 4 silver pieces. All right, so I'll take off like 100 each.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so I'll put the group loot down to 520, if you both add 100 gold pieces. Yeah, pocket change again. And yeah, I think we were looking for some sort of apothecary for potions and the like.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, there'd be one in the agora. Potions, 50 gold, standard price.
Do we want to clear them out? Better to have it and not need it than vice versa.
Oh,
Yeah, it's much better for us to have it.
Your
There's
thoughts,
probably only
Asta?
5 available.
I'm sure these ones are the 50 gold a pop, aren't they?
So
Yeah.
like 250, so not too bad.
They definitely come in handy before. I mean, we have our own magic, but that is limited.
Yeah, indeed it is. Yeah, we'll clear them out then, I guess. All right, so group money down to 270. Should I just put the potion? Like, does everyone already have some potions on their character sheet?
I do.
Shit. Yeah, I've got 2 on me.
Yeah, I got 2 as well. So I'll just put the 5 in the bag, and when people use them up, we can just sort of distribute from there because I think everyone's got 2 each already.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I've got 2.
We didn't need them in that fight at all.
I think in fights it's more like action economy. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right, because we're doing action to drink these things, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I got like 3 games where it's like bonus action, so I always mixed them up.
Yeah. I used to do bonus action, then I just changed it to action, except like heal the full amount instead of rolling dice, as opposed to like bonus, but then they could roll instead. Either or. Yeah, every game has different rules. It's messy as.
Yeah, it's trying to remember everything.
All right, saved. So we have 270 gold, 131 silver, trinkets and other stolen items, sentimental things for the kids, 5 additional healing potions, and the tome bound in human skin.
How much we're going for that? Where's the necromant? Where's the creepiest stall? I'm sure we could sell it.
Oh, I could give you a powdered tree fitty.
Hey,
goddamn you, Loch Ness monster!
Are there any like interesting stalls to look at, or are they all fairly basic?
No, yeah, this is all just all mundane items here. Nothing special.
Okay.
Should we top up on maybe some... Oh, actually, no. I'm sure Vulcan has money to fuel his own drinking habits.
Is there any like sort of like textiles that are being sold?
Textiles. Sure. Yeah, of course. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for more blue fabric.
Okay. In the exact color as the order side on?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, a cloak costs 7 silver pieces each.
Oh, so they sell like cloaks. They don't sell It's like the fabric.
Um, fabric. How much?
You can just cut the collar off. You'll be alright.
Yeah. Well, some fabric. I don't know. I don't know how to calculate that.
Bolt of cloth.
Um, give me 2 seconds.
In RuneScape, it's 650 coins.
Um, in something like trade good, I guess it would be about the same because it's like 5 silver pieces. What did you say it was for the cloak? 7 silver pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like having a brief look, like a yard of like cotton or linen would be like cotton is 5 silver, linen is 5 gold pieces, silk is like 10 gold pieces. That's like a square yard. Yeah. I guess like
Wait,
having it
silk's
blue, but
silk's a
like
lot.
yeah, like cotton but blue would be about 7 as well.
Ooh, that's a
But
good
like
point.
I guess
Go ahead, sorry.
I guess for like brevity's sake, would someone be selling like a square yard of blue cotton that I could buy for like I'd say like 10 silver pieces?
Sure.
Okay, excellent.
1 gold.
1 gold.
I would like to buy a coil of silk rope because it weighs half as much as the hemp rope that I've been lugging around.
Okay. What do you think is? What's the point of having 2 different types of ropes? Because mechanically they do the same thing, right?
One of
Literally
them's
just
for
the weight.
bards.
Have you ever climbed silk? It feels so good.
Yeah, that's why the bards use it.
One's for restraining people, one's for getting naughty.
Exactly.
I think I guess besides having some we don't really need food because we have that horn that just produces entire feast.
Yeah, plus I can also look for food, so we don't have to worry about like food ever again or water.
That's true.
But I mean, it's
Um,
less things you have to carry around. So
I
personally, I'd
don't
still
think I
have a
need anything else
couple.
from them.
Ooh, maybe a healer's kit.
Could be handy. I mean, that pretty much guarantees a stabilize even if you don't know entirely how to use it.
Yeah.
So I'm just adding things on at the PHP price if that's cool, rather than
Yeah,
roleplay
yeah.
at all.
It's all standard prices here. 5 gold. No one wants any weapons or armor. It's also available. Probably no plate mail though.
I don't think we could
Yeah.
afford it anyway.
Anybody got money for that?
One day. I think Lysander's like obsession with finding armor that will protect him is more tied with Vulcan than like anything else. And so like that kind of translates less to wanting to buy armor from merchant where it's like I know a dwarf, like I know a guy, like he's gonna get me the good stuff. Like
There's like a drug deal now. Man, I noticed Dorf, right? Yeah, he's a bit dodgy, but he's got the good stuff.
So like he says he's a god, right?
Yeah.
So like you
Yeah.
know it's good. Like you know it's good.
Like it sounds like an actual drug dealer. Yeah, man, I'm God. What do you want?
I think with that we probably like if we're done with the marketplace, we go to Vulcan and then we head to the mine.
Yeah, might as well get a start on it. We don't have too long on our clock.
Okay. Yeah, Vulcan will come along, but he says, unfortunately, I am unable to join you if we get into any battles.
I mean, that's fine. I guess you just hang back with your sister for most of it. I guess, yeah. Well, not guess. No, it's not his sister.
Daughter, yeah.
Daughter. Sorry, I knew it was one of them. Damn it. It's Greek. It could be anything.
You've probably got a lot to talk about.
They're like sitting in the back seat, looking opposite directions.
Do you when we get to the forge, what will you need to like bring supplies down? Like do you want to stay with us or do you want to start organizing that?
Actually, that's a good point. Maybe we should see if we can get some, like rent some horses or something. Like we can maybe cut some time down by faster travel.
Or is the day travel meant to be done on horses?
Nah, that's walking distance. Yeah.
Oh,
walking
okay.
time.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you can
I
buy
don't know
horses.
about. Yeah, hey, horses are expensive. Can we just borrow some?
I mean, we intend to come back to this city and deal with the stuff, so we'll just, see if we can hire some horses for, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks and, put a deposit down just in case they get cactus. I mean, we are the chosen after all, so it's not like we can hide.
I
I
mean,
don't.
actually, how much the hell does a horse cost? I feel like it's expensive.
Riding horse is 75 gold.
Yep, that's why.
Draft horse is 50.
The riding horse is always the best one, usually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like for
Otherwise,
speed,
we could ride some donkeys for 8 gold.
Yeah, we still got one donkey following
That's
us
right,
around.
we do have one donkey. We can get an army of donkeys.
The chosen, here they come. Here.
To be fair, 8 gold for 400 pounds of fresh meat. It's not a bad deal.
I don't know if the city would have very much live. Like,
Oh, that's
have very
right.
much
True.
livestock,
Yeah.
though.
They killed them all, silly fuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, surely they don't have horses because they're actually useful.
Well, they're running out, right? So
Jesus.
They
Yeah, like,
had to get to the horses.
They were
eventually.
killing stuff that they could eat.
Does that mean
I
our
feel like
donkey's worth like 800 gold? Supply and demand.
Maybe we should sell it.
Maybe.
He's our friend.
It's fine. We'll come back later and steal them.
Well, maybe we can get a cart and hitch it to the donkey at least, and
That poor donkey.
that can. I mean, that should.
I know none
alleviate-
of us are wearing too heavy armor, I guess. So
What's the terrain like where we're headed?
So you're following the river at first. So, yeah, river terrain, and then it goes into, I guess, like plains, and eventually you hit the mountains.
Yeah, we could get a cart, put it on Pedro, can haul some of the dwarf supplies, ale for traveling, bedding, take a lot of the burden off our shoulders at least for a few days. It's not a terrible expense.
yeah, I like it. What does Vulcan seek to bring?
It's already
Uh,
rolled out like 3 casks.
yeah, the donkey's not going to pull all of that.
he's got a backpack. Looks like he just brought all his necessary tools for, smithing.
No grappa?
What?
Drink from my home city. Never mind. I'm just surprised at the lack of beverages.
I'm not an addict.
Thinking of my son.
So right, yeah.
Yeah, just go and look sober compared to his son.
I can
Yeah,
stop anytime I want.
He says, I just drink a lot because that's what it takes for me to feel something.
Right. Yeah, that's completely normal. I understand.
I mean, he is a dwarf god. That kind of makes sense. It's a pain in the ass. I'm like resistant to it because I'm a dwarf, and I'm resistant again because I'm a fucking god.
Double resistance. I think
It's like 99% resistance to alcohol. It's like, no, this is a curse.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine the bill of how much it would cost to get drunk?
Oh Jesus.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just buy a cart. I don't know, like 15 gold, I think.
Sure. And yeah, we'll
Get some feed for the donkey, and off we go.
as you go travel towards the north, you would see that the road is long abandoned. It's rocky, overgrown with roots, thorny shrubs. It winds westward along the granite cliffs of the Asturian tributary, and north of the road are expansive steppes, and beyond that, hazy blue mountains. The sky is gray and cold by day, but at night, the clouds withdraw to reveal a blanket of stars. A bit further into your journey, you suddenly hear the thunder of hooves coming from the north.
Oh man, we still had like 8 days.
You see a dozen mounted men running in your direction. The riders wear bronze helmets, and they carry long pikes tied with flowing scarlet ribbons. As the riders draw closer, you realize they aren't riders at all. They are centaurs, nomadic warriors with torsos of men and the lower bodies of horses.
I doubled down. Oh man, we had 8 days.
They run up to you and basically just surround you. One of them approaches and says, "Halt, travelers. If you are heading to the Great Falls, you should beware. Troglodytes dwell in the caves. They hunt at night for food. 2 of my kin have fell into the clutches of those foul creatures."
Is that where we're heading? Falls or something?
Yeah, the Great Falls is also the site of the mithril mine.
Hmm.
2 of your kin have fallen to the troglodytes. It is where we mean to head.
I am unsure of their fate, but for us, we can do nothing about it. Those creatures are far too treacherous for us.
Thank you for the warning. Sorry, you are a centaur, is that right?
Yes, I am
I have
Hukar,
not.
chief of the centaurs.
Oh. Sorry, frantically writing notes. My name is Lume Elsen. Pleased to meet you, Chief of Centaurs.
Yes.
I have not had the honor of meeting a centaur before.
Well, we centaurs tend to keep to our own tribes.
Did we have the name of the chieftain in the north, or did they
No.
just say a chieftain? So we don't know if they're in different tribes or not.
Yeah, you weren't given a name.
And Great Urkar, are you perhaps the very same chieftain that would lead the army against the walls of Astoria, should Sadon's demands not be met?
He says, I am a servant of the Lord of Storms, the Ocean Father. He is of great wisdom and has brought us fruitful life.
He's right there.
Yeah. We'll soon other of his lads.
Hopefully not a life too full of conflict and unnecessary bloodshed.
He, we follow his guidings. As so far, it has led to it has led to the survival of our kind.
Fair enough. And these troglodytes, what are these creatures?
Strange, lizard-like beings, ruthless things that have come from deep, deep below.
Below the water, or within? You mean within the earth?
No, within the earth, the Underdark.
Ah, I see. And if we should venture into these falls, and perhaps these these people of yours, if they still live, is there somewhere that we should send them if we can manage to release them, or is there a custom among your people, should they have fallen, if perhaps we can honor the dead for you?
If you discover the fate of the missing centaurs, he hands you a horn made of ivory. Blow this horn along the riverbank, and we will come to you. From there, we will conduct our rituals if they are dead. Also,
Very well.
if you are able to do this as a favor, I will reciprocate with a reward.
Putting the dead to rest is no favor. It is something any living creature should do for one another. No payment needed.
No, it is only fair and part of tradition for repaying those that that give you a gift.
I will not fight your traditions. was a pleasure to meet you, great chief of centaurs.
Sorry, I should correct something. He says he follows Sidon, but he is not the one that will come to invade Astoria.
Well, yeah, that was important information.
I mean, he's still a chieftain. It could pull some,
Yeah. That's why I was asking.
Clout,
I was like trying to figure out if it is or isn't.
Clout's good though. We respect their ways. At least we might guarantee a fair fight.
Interesting.
Um, she will take one of the, like, she opens a big old bag that has like all those smaller little bags with a little clay tags and stuff, of tea and she'll sort of rummage through it, and then it looks like with a great deal of sort of mental tension, a little bit of anxiety, she sort of scoops one out, and holds it out towards Hukar, with her left hand as she accepts the horn with the right. This is a tea brewed with hot water, makes for a pleasant drink. It is something precious to me, but I was raised to give gift for gift. To accept something without reciprocating is not right.
I accept your gift.
She gives the chief a what's the word? Not reverent, a sincere, I don't know, a proper nod, bow, what have you. Really doesn't want to offend him.
Yeah, I don't think he can bow, so he probably won't bow.
Actually, I think horses can. It just looks weird.
Just lower his head. Yeah.
Yeah, his what do you call it? His front hoof legs. They kind of do that.
Yeah.
They said it looks bloody weird because I've seen one do. I'm like, what the hell?
I watched Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did the same with the Frussels or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was bowing, but then it just sat down and went to sleep. So, oh.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Safe travels.
Yes. I've given you your warning. But I wish you good luck. And eventually they'll ride off back to their homes.
She's gonna sort of finger the horn and sort of turn it around and look it over. Sad smile on her face, and sort of hand it around to the others to take a look at.
Leg.
What word do you say to make this one produce food?
I think this is just a horn for creating noise, but it is incredibly beautiful.
Oh, sorry, I thought they all did that. Actually, no, that makes no sense. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sacrificing every livestock in the vicinity.
I mean, they still might do that.
Maybe.
But
We can improve the horn.
yeah, I guess at 20 to 10 we should wrap her up there and pick her up next week?